join the club.
Teen angst, leather jackets, and blood-sucking vampires? The Lost Boys defined a generation of horror cool. But behind the fangs and fog machines, this cult classic was packed with bizarre twists, accidents, and last-minute changes. In this video, you'll discover how a vampire movie nearly became a kid-friendly Peter Pan spin-off, and which scene required actual blood to shoot. So hang tight, sharpen those wooden stakes, and step into the shadows for the top 10 strange but true facts about The Lost Boys. Before it became a teen horror classic, The Lost Boys was pitched as a vampire version of The Goonies, that's right. The original script was filled with young kids aged around 8 to 10, with a more whimsical tone. The vampires? Less punk, more cartoonish. Even the Frog Brothers were supposed to be chubby 8-year-old Cub Scouts. But when Joel Schumacher came aboard, he made a bold decision. Age everyone up, add some leather jackets and 1980s glam, and lean hard into the gothic horror. Schumacher said, "Let's make it sexy, let's make it dangerous," and thank goodness he did, because we might have ended up with The Lost Boys, rated PG. Kiefer Sutherland may have played David, the intimidating vampire leader, but his fangs? Not so tough. During production, Sutherland had to wear custom-made vampire fangs, but because of how he talked, with clenched teeth and lots of snarls, they kept snapping in half. Makeup artists reportedly made over a dozen pairs just for him, trying different materials and fits. The problem got so bad, they had to reshoot entire scenes because the fangs would slip or shatter mid-take. Ironically, that eerie stillness he used in later scenes wasn't just acting. It was him trying not to destroy another pair. When the vamps in The Lost Boys die, they don't just bleed. They explode with gooey, sparkly sludge. That wasn't an accident. The effects team wanted to avoid standard red blood and instead made their own bizarre mixture. It included dyed corn syrup, gelatin, and actual glitter. Why glitter? Director Joel Schumacher wanted the blood to have an otherworldly glow, something that felt both beautiful and disgusting. So next time you see a vampire melting in goo, remember, you're watching jelly and craft supplies turn into horror gold. If you thought Corey Haim's outfits in The Lost Boys were bold, that was all him. The actor reportedly brought many of his own clothes to the set, including the infamous oversized trench coat and that vibrant Born to Shop t-shirt. Haim had a unique fashion sense that fit the character of Sam perfectly. Quirky, colorful, and a bit clueless. Schumacher loved it so much, he let Haim style himself in several scenes. So yes, that glorious 80s fashion, 100% authentic. It wasn't filmed in a cave at all. The dramatic, drippy vampire lair? It was a set built inside a warehouse in Burbank. The crew used styrofoam, old tree bark, and melted plastic to create that eerie, organic look. They even installed a full water system to simulate dripping moisture and underground pools. It was hot, claustrophobic, and full of hazards. Cast members later recalled slipping on slime-covered platforms and nearly falling into fake pits. Real danger for fake vampires. That oiled-up saxophonist playing live at the Boardwalk concert? He wasn't just there for laughs. That was Tim Capello, a real touring musician who played with Tina Turner. Schumacher spotted him performing live and instantly cast him for that unforgettable shirtless solo. Fans loved the performance so much, it became one of the film's most enduring memes, even inspiring a resurgence of interest in saxophone-driven rock. He still tours today, by the way, with or without a shirt. Alex Winter, who later played Bill in Bill and Ted, had a much darker role in The Lost Boys. In one scene, his vampire character Marco gets staked and combusts. The special effects involved explosive blood packs and hidden heat pads, but during filming, a misfire caused one of the packs to explode too close to his chest, burning part of his costume and nearly igniting his hair. Winter was fine but shaken. The crew added extra fireproof gel and reshot it the next day, with 3 fire extinguishers on standby. Edgar and Alan Frog weren't your typical vampire hunters. In fact, they were modeled after 1980s action heroes, especially Rambo. The bandanas, the military gear, the serious faces, all intentional. Corey Feldman said Joel Schumacher told him to watch Stallone movies, grunt more, and act like you've seen war. Feldman and co-star Jamison Newlander even improvised several scenes, trying to out-tough each other with fake war stories and deadly stares. They weren't just comic relief. They were wannabe commandos in a vampire movie. During night shoots in Santa Cruz, the set lights attracted unexpected visitors. One evening, a real bat flew into the production area and refused to leave. Cast and crew tried everything: lights, loud noises, even waving props, but the bat stayed put for hours. It eventually flew straight into the rafters of the fake vampire cave. The cast joked that it was trying to join the film. To this day, some fans claim it actually appears in the background of a late-night scene. Blink and you might just see it. The original ending of The Lost Boys was much darker. Instead of Grandpa delivering the final one-liner and driving through the wall, the film was supposed to end with Max surviving and turning Michael into a full vampire. But test audiences hated it. They wanted a fun twist, not a tragic end. So Schumacher rewrote the ending in a single night and filmed the final scene 2 days later. That iconic final line? One thing about living in Santa Carla I never could stomach: all the damn vampires. Total last-minute addition. And it worked. The movie ended with a bang. From exploding vampires to saxophone solos, The Lost Boys wasn't just a horror movie, it was a full-blown gothic roller coaster. It redefined cool for a generation of moviegoers and gave us a new reason to be afraid of the dark. Which of these strange facts sunk its fangs into you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time here on Real Truths, where the strangest stories never die.